There may be times when you want to change a rate within an estimating calculator. The process is the same whatever building element you're dealing with, whether it be a wall, roof or floor estimating calculator. You'll need to swap a rate if you want to make a change to the system being used within a particular building element. When you swap a rate, you're swapping a collection of material, labour and plant resources. In this video, I'll show you how to swap a plastering rate for a cheaper one. At times, it may make more sense to swap an individual resource. For example, if you want to swap a material such as a brick type, and it has no effect on labour rates, you could simply swap the brick resource. Also, when there's only a limited selection of rates available, you may need to look at swapping resources instead. To do this, take a look at the video called How to Swap a Resource in an Estimating Calculator. From the Estimate dashboard, open the estimating calculator containing the rate you want to swap. In this case, the brick and block full fill cavity wall. It's important to understand that the estimating calculator and all its components share the same specification. Any changes to the specification of the estimating calculator will filter through to every component within the estimating calculator. Note that it's not possible to swap doors and windows due to the need to ensure an appropriate lintel has been selected. To replace a door or window, delete the estimating calculator and estimate a new door or window from scratch from the Estimating tab. In the Dimension Link Specified Items tab, you can see the list of specified items which are based on the dimensions you've entered, in this case for the wall. Click on the arrow next to the assembly containing the rate you want to swap, in this case the brick and block full fill cavity wall assembly. The assembly will expand to show the rates within it. Locate the rate you want to swap. I'm going to swap the skimmed 12.5mm plasterboard rate. Remember, a rate is the cost per metre or metre squared for each complete distinct task, such as laying the brickwork or fixing the insulation. Each rate includes the cost of labour, plant and materials. At the moment, the plastering rate includes wallboard, adhesive, finished plaster and tape. It also includes the labour to fix the plasterboard and apply the plaster finish. If I swap the rate, I'm swapping this entire bundle of material and labour items for a new set. To select an alternative rate, click on the Swap Rate button. A dialog box pops up explaining that changing a rate within the specification will change it in every component within the estimating calculator. Click OK. The Swap Rate dialog box pops up. Scroll up and down the window to view the list of rates which you can swap into your estimating calculator. I'm looking for a cheaper tapered edged plasterboard rate. If you want to see the differences between the current rate and the available alternatives, you can use the Compare tool. Select any rates you're considering by clicking on the adjacent Compare tick box. And then click the Compare Selected button. The green writing highlights any resources which were included in the selected rate, over and above the original rate. The red writing highlights any resources from the original rate which are not included in the selected rate. And the orange writing highlights any differences in quantity between the original and selected rates. If you haven't yet found the rate you want to use, you can click the Back button to look at the complete list of alternative rates again. If you've identified the rate you want to use, click on it to highlight it, and then click the Select button. The new rate will now appear in place of the old one. Of course, the cost of the specification and the thermal performance will have changed. Don't forget, this change of rate will be repeated in every component of the estimating calculator, as all of the components in an estimating calculator share the same specification. In this example, the tapered edge plasterboard rate will now be specified for every wall within the brick and block full fill cavity wall estimating calculator. So that's how to swap a rate in an estimating calculator. Why not spend a few minutes practicing swapping rates in your software? Open the estimating calculator containing the rate you want to swap, open the assembly and locate the rate, then click the Swap Rate button. Find the rate you want to swap into your estimate, using the Compare tool to help you choose which one is best if necessary. Give it a whirl.